I got something new at the junkyard yesterday at the Massey Ferguson. Something a lot littler. What I got was this, thinking mid-1960s Yardman. It's probably one of the smallest lawnmowers I've ever seen. Comes right up to my knee. I just wiped some of the junkyard slime off of it, and it's actually in really good condition. Most of the paint's still there, not rusty at all. Kind of put the hood back on, someone ripped it up to get the gas tank out of it. The only thing that's missing is the gas tank. There's like a little thing that goes in that square opening there. And there's a little cover that goes over where the battery goes in the back. See the dashboard, you want to call it, that's in good shape. There's the key, some lights. I don't know where lights come into the picture on this thing. The throttle, the transmission, the very luxurious seat here, nice and padded. It's got a little, it's basically almost a push mower engine, but it is an 8 horsepower, has a alternator starter combination on it. That's the lever for the blade clutch. The hood doesn't open, you have to unbolt to take it off. Hinges were too fancy for this. But I'm going to try and get it started with the motor that's in it. And then, if everything goes well, I'll pull that motor out. I'm going to put this in it. 18 horsepower Briggs opposed twin. There was another lawnmower we had. Should make things a bit more interesting. Hopefully the thing fits. Okay, I got the hood off, sitting over there. Just had to take 2 bolts out. I checked the oil. The oil's good. It has compression. I'll do it by hand or not. There we go. Yeah, stop. There we go. It has good compression actually. I don't know what's going on with the wiring. I don't know how they disable the spark on this thing. This is an older style ignition switch where the main battery cable just runs right through the switch to the starter. So I'm going to check out the carburetor now and see what the deal is. Well, bad news. Somebody robbed the fuel bowl, the float, and other such doohickeys off this thing. So I don't think there's much of a hope running off gas. I'm not reusing this motor anyway, but it's kind of a shame. I mean, I can always get the parts in the junkyard. I just want to make sure this thing ran before I pulled it off, in case I actually do want to restore this thing. But, I don't know, I'll see if I can get it fired up off ether or not. Well, if I'm ever going to use this motor, going to redo the wiring too, because the thing has no spark. It's probably because the wiring's butchered. I mean, normally with the magneto setups, it's as long as it isn't ground that it runs. But this thing has no spark. What the compression is, I'll show you here. But the engine's full of ether and I got nothing. So I guess out it comes. Here's my easiest way that I found to work on these lawnmowers, is to tilt them on their ass. Worst case scenario, you get some oil that runs out. It makes things a lot easier. Okay, I took the deck off already. That was just pulling one cotter pin and lifting it off. Not much to it. The way this thing works, the main drive here. And there's the clutch. It puts or releases tension from the belt. It goes down this drive pulley, which goes up into a gearbox, and down to a chain drive, which is on this differential. See, the chain fell off. That's how it was when I got it. We'll put that back on. But let me see if I get the motor out now. I got the motor out. As always, I forgot to unhook the throttle cable. So, there's the motor. There's the tractor. Probably going to have to eliminate like this muffler shield, this handle for the blade clutch, maybe this tray. But I don't know. See how it goes. Well, there's some slight clearance issues here. You can see There's a bit of a height difference in the new motor and the old motor. What's kind of odd is it actually bolts in. I thought it was going to hit everything, and it's perfectly clearance around everything. Even the bolt holes line up and the shaft goes through in the right spot. It's kind of strange, actually. But the closest fits right there, and that shield goes right where it has to go past it. But I really want to use the stock hood without cutting it. This is it. Looks kind of cool. So I'm going to have to find some way to like recess this engine down in there or something. The new motor probably weighs more than the rest of the tractor combined. But I think that's about all for this leg of the project, because next I'm going to do some fabrication, get that thing to fit properly. So keep an eye out for part 2.